Cybersecurity, it's now or pay later. That's the topic for this session. And to present the same, we are joined by Rajarshi Bhattacharya, Chairman and Managing Director, ProcessIT Global. So I welcome him, and I'm sure our delegates are really looking forward to understanding cybersecurity from him. So I hand over to you, sir.
Launched in September 2020, ProcessIT Global is an IT services and product development startup offering digital services and intelligent solutions to help customers achieve their business objectives. The organization leverages IT solutions around IoT, AI, and ML and other technologies to provide end-to-end solutions to businesses of all sizes. Cybersecurity technologies like identity management, access management, endpoint security, security information and event management, security automation, orchestration and response, user and entity behavior analytics, besides governance and compliance.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this session of cybersecurity. As the heading goes, it says it's now or pay later. Let me first take you to the cybersecurity scene in India and the number of attacks that are happening in today's world. Since the last 1 year, cyber attacks in India has actually tripled. It used to be 400,000 and today it's a staggering 1.2 million. Now, what are the reasons behind these breaches? The reason is to mine data and espionage. Data is the new gold, and once the data is mined from your system, it can lead you to a massive amount of financial loss, and then comes the reputational loss. Now, the road to recovery is a pretty long process. It stretches beyond years. First, the business recovers, then the customer experiences recovers. So cybersecurity has become an essential part of the digital transformation journey of today's organization. And behind all these cyber breaches, the primary motivation seems to be financial, and the second which comes is an espionage. At ProcessIT Global, we believe that cybersecurity is a living process which demands continuous efforts to improve upon our own weaknesses. That being the philosophy, ProcessIT Global ensures organization to have the right kind of cybersecurity program to enable the organization to move forward into the future direction. To have this right kind of cybersecurity program, we believe there are three very important things. One, when you are building the cybersecurity program, there should be no room for complacency. You need to have the right framework and saying a no to the siloed approach to cybersecurity. What do you mean by a siloed approach? A siloed approach means that you are trying to plug one hole and then the next hole without having a strategy of how do you manage the entire holes. Having said that, determining what is the framework that you need to move, the most widely used framework in the cybersecurity world is the NIST 1.1 cybersecurity framework. And if you look at this framework is actually based on 5 pillars. And these pillars are basically the critical pillars for building your cybersecurity program and your cybersecurity posture. On the first, you have something called an identify pillar. On the second, you have something called a protect pillar. Then you get a detect pillar, then you get a respond pillar and a recover pillar. All these pillars has a set of actionables, and all these actionables can be taken into your cybersecurity journey by availing services from ProcessIT Global. At ProcessIT Global, we provide advisory and consulting services, solution architecting, implementations, support, audit, and maintenance. When we are saying that we do accelerate your cybersecurity program, we provide you with technology expertise around identity access governance, governance risk and compliance, endpoint security, security operations, data security, as well as app security. And during this entire journey of your cybersecurity program, we have partnered with few organizations which are listed out here. If required, I might share this presentation with you if you can ask me. Now, how do we accelerate this cybersecurity journey? When we take up individual point products like an identity access management or a governance risk and compliance or a data security, you need implementation which are time bound, or it can also be accelerated. A project that can be completed within a span of 8 months. Today, we can complete those kind of projects in 8 to 10 weeks, which means a straightforward 50% reduction in the implementation cycle that allows you to become cyber secure at a rapid rate. At ProcessIT Global, let's live the journey together of cybersecurity.
Launched in September 2020, ProcessIT Global is an IT services and product development startup offering digital services and intelligence solutions to help customers achieve their business objectives. ProcessIT Global was co-founded by influential tech leaders Rajarshi Bhattacharyya, Chairman and Managing Director, Arindam Mitra, CTO and President Services, PV Vaidyanathan, CEO, and Amrita Vaidyanathan, COO and President Human Resources, with each over 20 years of experience in the IT industry. The organization leverages IT solutions around IoT, AI, and ML and other technologies to provide end-to-end solutions to businesses of all sizes.
We at ProcessIT Global enable organizations to accelerate their digital transformation and become future ready. Our services and solutions help organizations to achieve higher benchmarks in cybersecurity, IT operations management, and automation. Our services includes advisory and consulting, design and implementation, support and maintenance of IT infrastructure and applications.
Organizations are increasingly going digital, with multiple applications being used, huge amounts of data getting generated, and a host of employees accessing the entire IT infrastructure. With this comes the challenges of cyber threats, cyber attacks, which makes data availability, integrity, and confidentiality increasingly difficult. We at ProcessIT Global understand the importance of cybersecurity being an important part of the digital transformation journey. We help organizations in their end-to-end cybersecurity journey, providing IT services and solutions around this space.
Cybersecurity technologies like identity management, access management, endpoint security, security information and event management, security automation orchestration and response, user and entity behavior analytics, besides governance and compliance.
So come, let's live a cybersecurity journey together.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for sharing the elaborate presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, our next session will help us understand the increasing role of technology and network in compliance. So I'll see you there.